Good morning, lovelies. Zoe2.c with some more Pokemon Go goodness for you, and today we're getting into your ZTD news, your weekly wrap-up in Pokemon Go news. So, first of all, as you guys probably saw in the little booster news a few hours ago, we're getting a new gift and hatching event in Pokemon Go. So starting from the 5th of August, 1 PM PDT, translation 6 AM Sydney time on Tuesday, until the 19th of August, 1 PM PDT, we'll be seeing all of the eggs that come from, your standard 7-kilometer eggs from opening gifts from friends will only cost 2 kilometers to hatch, or only require 2 kilometers to hatch. Keep in mind, any eggs you do pick up from these gifts will visually look like a regular 2-kilometer egg as well. However, they will contain the 7-kilometer applicable eggs. So they won't be yellow and pink. They will look like a green 2-kilometer egg, but they will contain the good stuff. Additionally, for this event, the number of gifts that you can open per day has increased to 30 instead of 20, and the number of gifts that you can have in your storage at one time has increased to 20 instead of the regular 10. Keep in mind, you can still send 100 gifts per day, as has always been a thing. You can only just hold 10 at a time. Well, now with this event, 20 at a time. So get gifting, get opening, all that good stuff. 2 kilometers to hatch what would normally be a 7-kilometer egg is very nice. And also shiny Bonsly is now able to be hatched as well. So get into those eggs. Almost everything in a 7-kilometer egg can be shiny now. There's just a few exceptions. So the Alolans, the babies, for 2 kilometers, that's really good. That's a really good ratio there for energy output versus return on investment. So get hatching, good luck, sending shiny vibes your way. Up after that, I'm sure we're all kind of aware that shiny Rayquaza is now available in raids. Rayquaza itself has returned to raids, so once again, more shiny vibes your way and good luck. Take your ice type attackers in to counter this bad boy because they're going to be shredding through the damage. Rayquaza is able to be duoed, trioed as well, with a decent team of Mamoswines, but keep in mind at the moment, I know for myself and a few others, we've been having a bit of an issue with Mamoswine if it has a secondary charge move. For all of my raids yesterday, if I tried to use my Avalanche, the secondary charge move, it would freeze the raid. I did do one attempt where I was very gingerly okay, tap, 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 charge it up, and then very consciously press the charge move, wait, press the charge move, and that seemed to not crash it that one time. But anytime that I was just mashing on the charge move seemed to freak it out. I had to restart the game, re-enter the raid lobby. I made it in for most of them, but lost a couple of raid passes because the Rayquaza already despawned, so keep that in mind if you are having that glitch issue. Someone also mentioned as well that they, instead of having to force close the app, they were able to actually just swap in a different Pokemon, so try that out too. I haven't had a chance to test that since my raids yesterday because I got pretty salty having to spend all my max revives after so many glitches, having to restart constantly, having to, make my friends quit the raid and restart it because I'd been locked out that long and we were duoing and trioing it. We needed every second possible. And then someone reversed into my car. Not Pokemon related. We weren't someone was like, don't play and drive. I wasn't playing and driving, mate. I was sitting in my car and someone reversed into me. So yeah, that kind of was a bit of a downer on the whole mood for the day. No one's hurt. All good, but just salty. So stay tuned for Japan videos for the Rayquaza raids. I haven't got a shiny yet, so you didn't really miss out on anything by me not making that video. I have also reported these glitches to Niantic. They're aware of it, and they're taking other people's feedback as well. So they're on it. Hopefully it is resolved soon. Bonus news. Alan's really cool. No, bonus news are for any parents with kids that have TPC, Trainer Club accounts or Niantic Kids accounts in Pokemon Go. What are you doing? Any parents that have kids with accounts that are the trainer accounts or the Niantic Kids accounts can now access social features. So previously kids accounts could not trade, could not send gifts, could not add friends, could not battle, do PvP battles. These things are all now enabled. I'm going to link in the description as well to the post about how to enable it. Basically, you need to kind of tick a few boxes on the parent account, log out the kids account, log the kids account back in. You should be sweet to go. So just in time for this gifting event, get your kids accounts ready. They can now have friends, trading, PvP, all that good stuff. Kids literally couldn't get Alolan Vulpix until now because that's a 7k egg exclusive, pretty much. They can't trade for one either. You can now get that good stuff. Get your kids account set up. Have a good one. See you soon. Next up, be sure to check out the Developer Insight blog on the Pokemon Go website. I'll link that in the description as well down below, but they go into details about how the developers kind of came up with the idea and implemented the Team Go Rocket feature. The NPCs on the map, shadow Pokemon, how these Pokemon were kind of conceived and the concept for it, and they include why they removed shadow Pokemon from being eligible for trades. So kind of as we suspected, because you could, if you got a lucky shadow Pokemon and then purified it, it was a really easy way to exploit getting hundos. And they want to kind of not have that be such an easy thing to obtain in a way that you could almost exploit. 4-star and hundo Pokemon are quite rare and important, and they said in their blog, we want to value and appreciate the hard work that goes into, people trying to find those Pokemon. So read the whole dev blog. It is really quite interesting and a really insight into how they implemented this feature. Tied into that as well, we are getting a whole bunch of new shadow Pokemon. So Team Rocket is back at it again, and they have corrupted a whole new batch of Pokemon. So keep your eyes peeped for Poliwag, Grimer, Muck, Drowsy, Hypno, Cubone, Scyther, Magikarp, Houndoom, Houndour, and all of those, and then in brackets, Ralts coming soon. So Ralts will not be available before Community Day, but coming soon we'll be seeing Shadow Ralts at Team Rocket stops. So yeah, a fresh bunch of Shadow Pokemon to track down. I'm pretty stoked about this because I was kind of in camp, I'm getting too many Zubats. So let's do it. I love some variety. Keen. I still don't have a Snorlax either, so I'm gonna keep my eyes out. Speaking of Ralts as well, Ralts Community Day is starting very, very soon for many of us Aussies, and then kind of over the next 24 hours, all of you other lovelies as well will be having your community days too. So good luck for shiny Ralts. And the special move for evolving to Gallade or Gardevoir is going to be Synchronize, a psychic type move. I don't know if it's good for PvP or not. I will put it in the video here somewhere. For myself, I think I've got 1 or 2 decent IV ones that'll evolve anyway. Hopefully, if it is, a decent PvP move, I will find some that are, PvP IV optimal, evolve them on the day. Fingers crossed. Either way, it's a really nice shiny, so it's actually kind of one Com Day Pokemon that I'm not like, I'm probably not going to transfer the shinies after Com Day. Not like with, Beldum, where I just had like an abundance, like 20-something Beldum shinies, and I'm like, what do I even do with this? And I've transferred quite a lot of those. I think Ralts is going to be a fairly desirable Pokemon, a fun one to reroll with people as well, maybe go lucky, so yeah, I'm keen for this one. And for any of the Sydney squad, I'll be seeing you guys at Sydney Olympic Park for Ralts Community Day, like today as well. And last but not least, this week as well, we did see a Pokemon storage increase. So you can expand your storage by another 500 Pokemon. So 2,500 being the new max on your storage. And I must emphasize, please everyone, please, do yourself like a hardcore cleanse. Sort through all your Pokemon. Do a big mass clean out. You're like, why have I got 14 Bulbasaurs? Like, just go through, do a bit of a mass cleanse before you actually expand your storage. More than likely, unless you are an extremely hardcore player or an extremely collections-based player, there's probably a lot of stuff in there that you can kind of turf. Like, why do you have 6 94% IV Charmanders? What are you doing with those? Probably nothing. Transfer them. Do a bit of a cleanse, do a bit of a spring clean out. The way that I usually do it is sorting by recent. I'll kind of clean out my most recent 200, keep it really tight, label stuff for trade. And then after that cleanup, I'll sort by number and then go through, because when you're sorting by number, you can kind of see good chunks of like, hey, why do I have 17 Bulbasaurs? Why do I have 40 hatted Pikachus? I thought I'd transferred them. You can kind of see like weird chunks where you might have too much of stuff, or you might have recently gotten a really, really good IV Pokemon and you're like, sweet, I've got a 98 of this, but then you haven't gone back and then deleted your 96 or your 94 that you don't really need. So yeah, otherwise enjoy the storage upgrade and use it wisely. And lastly, we have our AR photos of the week. So if you would like to get the chance to have your photos featured on ZTD News, use the hashtag ZTDNews on Instagram for the chance to get featured in the videos, and then use the same hashtag on Twitter for the sneaky retweets. And first up, we have PM Gomo with this really cute seal at sunset. Just a nice, simple, good placement, nice bit of nature. I love this shot. I like that there's not like too much color editing or anything like that as well on this one. Just simple Pokemon nature placement. Love it. 10 out of 10. Up after that, we have Pokemon Love 777 with this shiny Koffing. First of all, congratulations on the shiny Koffing. And second of all, this just really lovely shot, the nice complementary greens and kind of like tealy colors of the shiny Koffing together with these plants in the background. Really, again, quite simple, but just the colors of this just make it look like a beautiful little set together. It blends in quite nicely. Thank you very much for submitting this one. And lastly is Nonalbeer XYZ with this Rampardos photo. I finally evolved my Rampardos yesterday as well. This lovely Rampardos shot here at the museum with dinosaur fossils too. So really cool, just Pokemon meets real world shot here. I like the creativity, I like the placement. I hope that Rampardos enjoyed hanging out with his ancient cousins as well. Thank you very much for the fun photo. 10 out of 10. As always, links for all of these Instagram accounts will be in the description. And again, if you'd like to get the chance to have your photo featured, hashtag ZTD News. And with all that being said, I need to go get packing for Japan. The Japan hype is real. We're going to be kicking it off and leaving tomorrow pretty much for Japan. So if you're not subscribed already, please do hit the subscribe button to stay up to date with all of the fun GoFest Yokohama adventures and then a whole nother week in Japan with the squad too. Thank you to everyone who did leave a like on this video as well, and if you'd like additional ways to support the channel, links for Patreon and merch are in the description down below. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful morning, noon, night, whatever time it is for you, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.